Welcome to Unorganized Chaos, where nothing makes sense. Thank you so much for being here. All are welcome, especially whosoever wills, and especially if you're gay, straight, cripple, or crazy. You're welcome here. This is a safe zone. This is a judgment-free zone. Okay. And please like, please share, please subscribe, please turn on that notification bell. I really appreciate it. So today I want to talk to you about be still. We can't have an issue or a problem and continue to dibble and dabble in that situation and expect God to handle it. Once we hand something over to God, our only thing to do is to be still and let God handle it. Okay, I can't continue to pray for God to intervene in my situation if I'm going to interfere with God intervening. I've prayed for the situation. My only job now is just to be still, let go, and let God. What I do before I can be still is I can meditate, I can pray, I can journal about it, write about it, go to therapy. I need to do whatever it takes in order for me to be still about the situation. Whether it's my finances, I have to do everything that's within my control regarding my finances. After I've done everything that I can do, the only thing that's left for me to do is to give it to God and to be still. Regarding my health, I have to do everything that the doctors tells me to do. Take the appropriate supplements, medications, whatsoever. Do the appropriate exercises and the correct diet. Do what I can do within my will and leave everything else over to God and be still. When it's concerning love, someone I love or someone who loves me going through something, or I'm trying to help them or they're trying to help me, or having a misunderstanding with love, all I can do is keep my boundaries and do what I'm supposed to do. Turn it over to God and be still. I have to rest in God. That's what being still means. Rest your case. I rest my case in God. So now I can be still about it. I don't need to fight a battle that has already been won. That's crazy. There's nothing for me to fight. There's nothing for me to fight. The battle has already been won. It's not my fight. It is not my fight. So if I'm fighting something, if I'm in a battle or in a war and I'm not winning, that means I'm in a fight that I'm not even supposed to be in. God would never put more on me than I can bear. So if I'm in a losing fight, that means I have put myself in a situation that is more than I can bear. God didn't put me in a situation that is more than I can bear. I put myself in that situation. I sometimes do things to mess up the stillness. Like I can be still for a moment, and then the next moment, something jump in my brain cells, and then I want to get up and think I done figured out the solution to the problem and start back trying to fight. Something that I was supposed to just stand still in. Be still and stand still in my stillness. If I can just be still, it'll all be over with or come out to a great resolution. I shouldn't try to start something all over again. That's what happens. Once I move, then we start the fight all over again. But once I start the process of being still, I need to continue in my stillness until God says move. I rest in God until He says move. I have to be still in my thoughts. I have to be still in my words. I have to make my mind still. My attitude has to be still. I can't have a nasty attitude about anything. My body has to be still. And all of this can be done with meditation. Meditation is a part of communication with God, which we call prayer. Prayer is a dialogue. It's not a monologue. If I'm the only one speaking during the prayer, then we have an issue. Communication comes with speaking, listening, and all of the above. Now, I like to watch NFL games, and sometimes when somebody moves too quickly when they're supposed to be still, it can be called a false start or going off sides. When I'm moving and I'm supposed to be still, I'm off sides. That means I am not on the right side. If I want to be on the right side of the situation, which is on God's side, I need to be still until He tells me to move. If I move too soon, I'm off sides. Okay? If I commit a false start, I'm off sides. I move before the quarterback or before whoever has the ball. A false start interrupts the game. It gives you penalties. It puts you back in a position that you have to play all over again. You have lost a down. And it's the same thing as starting your fight, the game, the war, the battle all over again when all I had to do is to be still. It's so simple. Just be still. Okay? Guess what I found out? I found out that I can lower my blood pressure just by being still. Yes, I do this in here for free. You can lower your blood pressure just by being still and enjoy the softness, the silence, the quietness of your stillness. It's a lot of benefits to being still. Sometimes people say things or do things just to get a reaction out of you, get an attention out of you. All you have to do is be still. You ain't got to worry about them doing or saying anything to try to get a reaction out of you. So just be still. You just want to come on here on Unorganized Chaos when nothing makes any sense. Just to tell you to be still. Okay? Just be still. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you. I love you. I thank God for you. Please like, please share, please subscribe. Please turn that notification bell. Thank you so much. After you do all of that, then be still. Thank you so much. This is Unorganized Chaos, where nothing makes sense.